After 3 days of battling barley belly, I finally made it to an amazing sand island in Indonesia, ready to enjoy a traditional feast of nasi ikan. But as you'll see, my journey from local delicacies to an unexpected island barbecue with amazing geography along the way. So stick around if you want to see some mangroves and this incredible sand island, and my nasi ikan. It's strange, the main island I was on for these few days is massive, but I felt so isolated even just driving through the island to our meet point. But despite how isolated it was, this was one of the best day trips I've ever had in my life, because of the things I'm about to share with you. The island is as tranquil as it gets, just the sound of the waves, the warmth of the sun, and the gentle yet warm breeze, and the anticipation of enjoying an authentic Indonesian meal sat on the beach in this stunning setting, which we'll cover later on. So let's tuck in. With the worst of the barley belly behind me, we set out early in the morning to the locally recommended sand island, but we had a few cool spots to check out along the way, and one of the most picturesque drives, and we were all getting excited for our trip. The only way to reach this remote spot was by boat, and on the way, I was greeted with a lovely song by the local Indonesian kids. I'm going to be honest, I had no idea what to do. From staring out to the open water, this added the sense of adventure and excitement. And before we had this amazing traditional Indonesian meal, we had one more place to go and visit, which was simply incredible: the Mangroves of Maluku. And let me know in the comments if you visited mangroves before. I find them amazing. The final stop before we pitched up and started putting some food together was this amazing sand island. I know my channel is about sustainable weight loss and food. I have many interests, and imagine you're asking the same questions as me. How are these islands formed? Well, they're created when waves deposit sediment parallel to the shoreline, often in the form of sandbars that eventually rise above the water. Weather events, gravity and tides can all play a role in this process. The food is next, but I just wanted to show you this cool pile of coral I was playing with, one of my girlfriend's uncles. Now we're finally pulling up to the island, where we'll cook our sustainable weight loss traditional Indonesian lunch. These sorts of islands are crucial to fishermen and fisherwomen of Indonesia, and there's over 17,000 of these islands all over Indonesia, with large swathes of open ocean between mainlands. Some of these islands are kitted out with fishermen huts for fishermen to sleep in, cook and clean. These huts and shelters allow these fishermen to stay closer to their fishing spots without having to travel all the way back home at the end of every single day. Before eating, I went for a walk around the island with my girlfriend's mum and came across this really weird collection of plastic products and rotten coconuts. One of the coconuts had hermit crabs and ants scuttling all over it, which really weirded me out. Let me know if that kind of thing weirds you out too. And the final cool thing on this island is this fallen over tree. The extent of its roots blew me away and really surprised me. Moving on to the food, I actually didn't capture the preparation of it, but we laid everything out on this bench and had this space to cook in. The food was unbelievable, probably more so than normal due to the fact that I had barley belly for the last 3 days. And we sat on the beach, taking in the view and eating this amazingly flavourful and freshly prepared traditional Indonesian meal. It's actually called nasi ikan. Nasi's rice and ikan is fish. Pretty simple. We went for our last snorkeling expedition before we had to jump back on the boat to head back to the main island. We were able to put into this part of the marina, which we couldn't do earlier due to the tide being so far out. I'm not sure if you could call it much of an arena, but it's where we had to pull the boat into. This was so cool going through more mangrove-like terrain, particularly so closely packed together. And before we knew it, we were back to the village island life, taking pictures with everyone. Chickens, stray dogs, we even had one chick darting across the road. And this stuff is chenke. It has a lot of properties, but the main purpose of this is culinary, medicinal, it's used in traditional rituals and played a massive role economically for hundreds and hundreds of years. We changed out of our clothes and got back in the car to head for our ferry back to the island of Ambon. And I've requested some Western food, just to stabilise my stomach a little bit after the barley belly. So my girlfriend's mum took all of us, about 12 or 13 people, to McDonald's, before heading back to our hotel for the last couple of days on the island. Annoyingly, I didn't take a selfie or a video of all of us in McDonald's, but I did get this hilarious photo of how you should use the toilet. And you can watch the rest of my Indonesian flog series up here. And if you're interested in seeing the world's weirdest food, you can see that here. And don't forget to like and subscribe and get involved in the comment section down below. Because tomorrow we're going over some more incredible dishes from my trip to Indonesia, which you can see here. And if you're like me and you suffer with IBS, then there's a solution that's really helped me. I think it could benefit you too. Willie's Organic Apple Cider Vinegar. I've been taking this every single day for 8 months straight now. And it's been the most impactful thing I've done for myself. They're currently doing a 60-day challenge, providing you with shots of apple cider vinegar, which is pretty cool. Give it a go and see if you enjoy it. And make sure you check that out in the link in the description down below.